The Chief Executive of TESCO, Dave Lewis, talking to Kamal Ahmed. Well, last August on the programme, after another grim set of results, we consulted Rita Clifton, who chairs the brand consultancy BrandCap, about what TESCO should do. Have they taken the pages from the Rita Clifton playbook?
Not altogether. I wouldn't flatter myself, frankly. But Dave Lewis has been given a few interesting monikers so far, including Dynamic Dave, Drastic Dave and everything else. And he's certainly lived up to many of those. I mean, he's shown decisive leadership. He's done a lot of very important things. He's planning to sell off assets, close down unprofitable stores. He's hired a star CEO. I mean, he's doing so many of the right things. And symbolically, of course, he's also planning to move their headquarters. So he's doing a lot of things that will impress shareholders. The thing, of course, will be how he's going to impress customers and also his own employees when he's having to do some pretty tough stuff.
Well, he's cutting prices. Is that going to be enough to impress customers?
Well, this is just a hygiene factor in today's retail. Cutting prices per se is not going to win customers back. I mean, Tesco is the classic in the middle of the road. If you're not careful, you get run over. They've been bitten in the bottom by the discounters and by Asda. They've been bashed on the head by Waitrose and Marks & Spencer, nudged at the side by Sainsbury's and Morrison's. They have got to really carve out a new and high ground in this market. He needs to get back to the customer. I mean, there's so much that Tesco has stood for in the past about helping people's lives, being a people's champion. I think that they could take that up again. And it's a really interesting piece of casting getting Dave Lewis, because he's a brand and customer man first, as opposed to a retailer. And you need that kind of fresh thinking. These days, they're very, very high customer expectations, and low prices is going to be one factor, but it's not going to be the only factor because they haven't got the lowest prices in the market.
They say they've invested more before Christmas in putting staff in store, and the man who used to run Pets at Home is going to be running UK operations.
Yes, well, definitely getting more staff in store. And actually, I think Tesco have been very honest about the fact they took too many people out of the stores. But of course, it's not just about the stores these days, as we know. Consumers increasingly expect to buy whatever they like, whenever they like, at very, very good prices. So blending online, offline and everything else. I mean, that's what store rationalisation has got to be about too, understanding that people are shopping differently. But they do need to get their own employees on side. And I say he's doing some very, very tough stuff at the moment. I know that it's necessary, but you've got to win people back with confidence. You've got to get the staff to love the company again, because as we know, Tesco might have been respected in the past, but it wasn't liked. It's been sort of the Margaret Thatcher of retailing. They might have been respected, but they do need to get people to like them and indeed love them again, and that includes their own people.
Always good to hear from you. Thank you. Rita Clifton from BrandCap.